Haley Wooden with Business in Vancouver is joining us now. Now, Vancouver is often at the top of a lot of lists, but it sounds like it's a pretty good city for entrepreneurs.
It is. This is according to the Global Startup Ecosystem Report, which essentially judges a city's ability to turn local startups into global successes. And Vancouver ranks 15th around the world. It's moved up 3 spots year over year. We were 18th previously. We're also the top spot in Canada when it comes to really fostering entrepreneurship.
So, Haley, what are the rankings actually looking at here?
They looked at data from 100 cities in 50 countries around the world and more than 100 different metrics. So this includes growth of startups, exits, so how startups and how frequently startups are acquired by bigger companies. It also includes things like the experience of working at a startup in a city and access to resources, including capital funding as well as talent.
So where does Vancouver shine on some of those points there? What are we doing well?
We're actually ranked #1 when it comes to global reach, which is quite a remarkable thing for a city like Vancouver when you're comparing it to powerhouses like London, New York, and Silicon Valley. So global reach is essentially the number of foreign customers startups are able to reach. Startups in Vancouver, and we have about 800 to 1,100, 57% of them actually do business with foreign customers, and that's double what the global average is.
All right, and Haley, some big news for Hudson's Bay Company looking at buying a pretty big American retailer. What can you tell us about this?
According to the Wall Street Journal, the Bay is reportedly in talks to potentially acquire Neiman Marcus, a high-end department store chain prominent in the U.S. They also own the ultra-high-end brand Bergdorf Goodman. There are no details just yet, but sources are saying that any arrangement, if one is reached, would not include the Bay taking over Neiman Marcus's $5 billion U.S. in debt.
So why would HBC want to go this route?
That's a good question. When we look at the Bay's track record over the past number of years, it has a history of spending billions of dollars to acquire companies that essentially diversify its holdings. So it purchased Saks Fifth Avenue a number of years ago. It purchased Germany's largest department store chain a number of years ago as well. Those deals around $6 to $7 billion US. It makes sense for a retailer to really try and diversify when retailers across the board are facing more competition and are struggling to really attract customers in new ways. This could be a way to do it, and if the deal does not include taking over $5 billion in debt, it sounds like it could be a pretty good deal for the Bay.
Yeah, good point. All right, Haley Wooden with Business in Vancouver joining us today. Haley, thank you.
Thank you.